Yo, welcome everyone. Bitcoin is dumping once again, and we have just broken a major trendline support. Unfortunately, lower targets are now more likely. Let me show you. Bitcoin is for the past couple of hours breaking our major support area towards downside. Yesterday, I talked about the importance of our major golden Fibonacci ratio, value area low, and also the daily high from time frame level at approximately 116.5 thousand US dollars. Yes, I was looking for a bounce exactly right here for another push towards the upside. Unfortunately, there was no reaction at our support level. We broke the level towards the downside almost like butter. That is why personally, I did not fire another long trade right here. For now, I do remain in my short positions on Bitcoin, on Ethereum, on XRP, and also on Solana. And today, I want to share with you why lower targets are slightly more likely right now. And it also does look like people have really no idea of what they are doing in the market. Pay attention to the past 24-hour liquidations. We have gotten almost 450 million of long positions being liquidated. Additionally, liquidation spikes were coming in the market on the entire move down. So people are not setting stop losses. They have literally zero idea of what they are doing in the market. Yes, it was a beautiful support level right here, but if there is no reaction, personally, I do not feel comfortable going with a long position, even though it was quite a very nice area of support. And that is right now why we really need to talk about our slightly more of a bearish scenario we also mentioned already 3 days ago. And this scenario is right now suggesting Bitcoin does see another push towards downside, and of course, we are probably going to break a lot of dreams because even more people are going to get liquidated. So what exactly do I have in mind with this one? If you look like that as of right now, we are forming the fourth Elliott wave, the entire push towards the downside we are as of right now seeing, and also the push towards the upside towards the all-time high right here was actually still part of a bigger correction. So right now we need to talk about a bigger ABC correction within our bigger fourth Elliott wave. So what we can right now do? We are going to measure the entire push towards the downside and the push towards the upside with Fibonacci extension tool. Why so? Because right now we can actually identify that yes, the entire push down was our A wave, we got the B wave right here, and as of right now Bitcoin is forming its C Elliott wave. Potentially, we can also mark our ABC correction as being the WXY correction if this right here is some kind of a complex correction, but nevertheless, the price targets are going to be exactly the same. So what we are right now going to do, we go with our Fibonacci extension from our swing high back towards the swing low, back towards the swing high. The most important Fibonacci level is then going to be 1-to-1 Fibonacci extension level at approximately 113,000 US dollars. And later in the video, I'm even going to share with you why this specific Fibonacci extension level is such an important price target. Additionally, we can actually go one step further, something people simply do not show you, because we can also talk about Fibonacci time. But why so? Because usually the C Elliott wave likes to be in the symmetry of the A Elliott wave. So what exactly do I have in mind? The length of the A wave should be similar to the C Elliott wave. That is why we can right now go with our Fibonacci time, measuring the entire move towards the downside, putting the third pivot at the start of our C Elliott wave. And right now you're going to see it does look like our 1-to-1 Fibonacci time level is going to come up on 2nd of September. So because of that, potentially, we can right now still chop around this specific area for some time before Bitcoin is going to continue towards another all-time high. So because right now our A Elliott wave was also some kind of an ABC correction right here, we can also say that in our C Elliott wave, we are going to get some kind of an ABC correction as well. So that is why potentially we are looking for some kind of a bounce. We are then going to form our B Elliott wave, another push down for our C Elliott wave. We finish the entire bigger ABC correction, and only then we are looking for another push towards the upside for Bitcoin to then finally finish the entire rising wedge pattern. That is also right now why I would really appreciate for you to smash up the like button, because 1,200 likes are really possible. And also thank thank you for subscribing to the channel. Let me right now share with you exactly what can be one of the most important price targets of our Elliott wave if the bounce towards the upside is going to happen in the next couple of days. Very simply, we are going to go on the weekly time frame, because on the weekly time frame right here, only a couple of hours ago, Bitcoin confirmed a brand new weekly high term time frame area of resistance, and this specific level is going to come in at approximately 119.3 thousand US dollar area. And right now, let me share with you why the weekly level right here is really not a random level. You can actually see the recent high that was formed on Bitcoin is going to land literally exactly at the weekly level. So that simply means not only we have our weekly level right here, but also it is going to be a liquidity level, which right now means people that hold their short positions where they are setting their stop losses exactly above the recent highs right here. That is why if we do see right now another push towards the upside for Bitcoin to then form some kind of the Elliott wave, this specific area, at least in my opinion, is going to be a very important level where then of course we are going to see if Bitcoin does get another push down for us to finish the entire ABC correction, for us to then finally finish the entire fourth Elliott wave, and for us to once again get another push towards the upside, towards another all-time high. And let me right now share with you what could be potential levels you need to be aware of where Bitcoin could see a bounce towards the upside and actually see a push towards our major area of resistance right here. We need to apply our major high-term time frame levels on our chart, where we are right now going to see daily level has been broken. So that is why I'm going to remove it from our chart. But the next level that you right now need to pay attention to is going to be the weekly level and also then the daily level, 114,000 US dollars and 112.5 thousand US dollar area. With the weekly level right here, to be honest, I do think it's much more of an important level. Why so? Because of course it's the weekly level, it was formed on a higher term time frame, and also it does align beautifully with our recent low right here, which once again, similarly to this specific weekly level right here, as we mentioned, it does have the liquidity level exactly at the weekly level. So that is why ideally I would be looking for some kind of a bounce on Bitcoin approximately at this specific area. We are then going to look for our major area of resistance right here before Bitcoin can see another push towards upside for us to then actually finish the entire ABC correction, and for Bitcoin to then also see another push towards the upside towards another all-time high. Now, to be honest, I am not going to be trading any of those support levels right here. I was prepared to take a long trade on Bitcoin, literally as I said before, at our major area of support at approximately 116.5 thousand US dollars. Because there was no reaction right here, I did not enter a long position right here, but yes, I do right now still remain in my short positions, because right now the support levels that are going to come up on Bitcoin are not as nice as this one, for example, right here. Personally, I am not going to trade them. Yes, you can still be looking to fire a long position on some kind of a confirmation, and what is going to be some kind of a confirmation? Very simply, also something we have talked about for the past couple of days. Above the value area low, above this specific volume level, we are more bullish, looking for a rotation back towards the upside. Below the value area low, we unfortunately need to be more bearish. So if you're right now looking for another long position, I would simply say if Bitcoin does reclaim the value area low right here, we could be looking for long positions, but again, you need to understand taking profits along the way is going to be very important, just in case Bitcoin then actually does continue lower, for us to get a bigger ABC correction back towards upside. So do not get me wrong, I am still bullish on Bitcoin. I would still like to see another all-time high to be hit, maybe even in the next couple of days. But as of right now, because we are below the value area low, I am slightly more bearish. Sure, a bounce towards the upside probably it is going to happen, but nevertheless, until the value area low is going to be reclaimed, yes, I do remain in my short positions on majority of the altcoins, and of course also on the Bitcoin chart itself. And that is why if you want to trade with us, take an advantage of the free 30,000 US dollar bonus, because only after you're going to register, you are going to get 20 USDT. Click the first link down below in the description, because right now Bybit Exchange is giving you 20 USDT only after you register. Then deposit $100, you're going to get another 20 USDT and open up your first trade. You're going to get first 20 USDT USDT and then also 40 USDT. Additionally, the $30,000 bonus, it is right now still available with the first thing down below after you register and after initial deposit. Right now, let me talk about the average trend, because a lot of people actually have been telling to me, if Bitcoin right now does go lower, potentially also break through our recent low right here, yes, we are then going to have bearish market structure on the 4-hourly time frame. So what exactly does that mean? As of right now, on the 4-hourly time frame, Bitcoin is very nicely forming higher highs and also higher lows. We got the high right here, higher low, another higher high, another higher low, another higher high, and yes, if we do see another push down right here, we break through this specific low, it is going to be the first lower low after a very long time. So technically speaking, it is going to mean we have right now bearish market structure on the 4-hourly time frame, which is going to be a bearish Bitcoin indication. However, because of our rising wedge pattern, I would still be looking, even though if we do see right now a push down below our recent low right here, for another push up, for Bitcoin to see another all-time high at approximately 128, maybe even 130,000 US dollar area. So no, I am not going to get scared, even if we do see right now a push down below our recent low. But the thing is, yes, unfortunately and probably, we are going to confirm a downtrend, an average downtrend on many different time frames. On the 4-hourly as of right now, yes, we are still in an uptrend right here. However, on the 2-hourly, a downtrend is literally going to be confirmed probably in the next couple of hours. On the 1-hourly, also, we are already in a downtrend right here. So that is why we need to be slightly more careful with our long positions. But as I said before, if we do see a reclaim again above the value area low right here, above 116.4 thousand US dollars, I would be looking for Bitcoin to then also go towards our major area of resistance, 119, maybe even 120,000 US dollars, before potentially we can be expecting another push down for us to get a finished ABC correction, and then for Bitcoin to once again finally see another last push towards the upside towards another all-time high. Additionally, at what area is Bitcoin trading as of right now? Because yes, the reality is we are actually trading at some kind of a support area. But again, as I said before, I am looking for long positions only at the best levels. If there is no reaction at the best level, I am not interested firing a long position. And also as of right now, because all of those support levels right here are nothing significant, I do not feel comfortable of risking my capital to actually go with another long trade. So if we right to talk about at what level Bitcoin is trading as of right now, we can actually see anchoring the anchored VWAP exactly at the low right here. Bitcoin is as of right now trading exactly at this specific area. Additionally, we have taken a lot of liquidity exactly below the recent lows. First low right here for liquidity purposes, second low right here, and also slightly lower, we right now also broke through the third low, which right now simply means a lot of people are not only getting stopped out, the fact is, people are getting liquidated all over the place right now that Bitcoin is seeing a push towards downside. So that is why, if people are getting wrecked, if people right now are simply getting liquidated right here, yes, a bounce towards the upside can definitely happen. But as I said only a couple of minutes ago right here on Twitter, yes, because the major support area right here has been broken, it is going to be some kind of a bearish Bitcoin indication, unless proven otherwise, unless the volume area of resistance is going to be reclaimed. So personally, I'm simply going to wait for our major support level right here to be reclaimed. If not, expect lower. And of course, in that case, we are going to look for our lower high-term time frame targets right here, maybe even another lower low below 112,000 US dollar area. A good thing with the entire push down right here is actually going to be that yes, we are seeing some bullish indications on the indicators. When we go right now with the MACD and also money flow on the 4-hourly time frame, we do have a setup for a bullish divergence. Lower low on the Bitcoin chart, higher low on MACD, also higher low on money flow, but we need to see a curvature back towards the upside, which as of right now, clearly we are not getting. Additionally, on the 2-hourly time frame, we are in the oversold area, and also right here, we can be looking for some kind of a bullish divergence. So yes, ideally, I am looking for a bounce right here towards the upside, at least towards our major area of resistance for Bitcoin to then see the B Elliott wave, then of course potentially another push down. We finished the entire fourth Elliott wave of our bigger rising wedge pattern, and then of course I would be looking for Bitcoin to see another push towards the upside, literally straight towards another all-time high. That is right now why make sure you take an advantage of the free 30,000 US dollar bonus, and only after you register you're already going to get 20 USDT. Then of course you can deposit for you to get even bigger bonuses with the first link down below. But also right now, thank you for smashing up the like button.